Hi everyone and welcome back. So it's our last lesson. This is 6.15. This is volume and surface area of composites. All right, so I will, let's take a few seconds and do the bell ringer. As you can hear, my voice is still not like it should be, but it's getting there. So here we go. All right, it says, Kaylee and Miles are making a bat house for their backyard like the one shown. They need to determine the surface area to find how much wood they will need. What three-dimensional figures make up the bat house? Okay, so let's take a look here. So which 3D figures do we see? We should see a triangular prism, and we see a rectangular prism. All right, what method could you use to find the surface area of the bat house? So we could find the area of each face and add. Okay, then subtract the faces that overlap. Okay, so suppose you want to find the volume of the bat house. What method could you use? We're just going to add the two volumes together. So add the volumes of each prism together. Okay, simple enough. All right, so that's basically what we're going to do for these. We're going to just do that. So we're going to, we've got one objective. It's really two separate ones, but it goes together, so there's only one dot. Okay, we're going to find the volume. It's just like what the title says. We're going to find the volume and surface area of composite. Is it figures? Is that what they call it? Yeah. Okay. I don't remember if it was composite solids or composite figures. I couldn't remember how they had it worded. Okay, so first we're going to find volume because it's probably the easiest. All right, so in this case we have this kind of Lego looking thing here. It's like an L shape, whatever. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to basically find the volume of one half and then find the volume of the other half of it and then put the two together. So we're going to do length times width times height, so you will definitely need a calculator, so grab one if you don't have one. Unless you plan to do all this shorthand, which would take a long time, which would not be shorthand. Okay, so we'll do 16 times 8 times 6. Okay, so again, it doesn't technically matter which order we go in, so 16 times 8 times 6. So the first area is 768. We're going to add that to this one over here. So we're going to do 8 times 8 times 6 or whatever. Again, doesn't matter. So 8 times 8 times 6, and that's 348. 384, sorry. 384. Okay, so let's put those together now. So add that to 768, and we should get 1152. Okay, we're finding volume, and volume is inches cubed. Okay, we are going to refer back to this one in just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to come back to it. Okay, let's look at number 2. So we're going to find the volume of this one. So we kind of have like a house, if you will. All right, so first let's find the volume of the cube. So we'll do 8 times 8 times 8. How do I know it was a cube? Because all the sides are the same, right? Okay, so 8 times 8 times 8, or 8 cubed, which is 512. We're going to add that too. And then we're going to do the volume of a pyramid. So remember, the volume of a pyramid is the area of the base times the height, and we're going to divide that by 3. Okay, so the area of the base would be 8 times 8, which would be 64. We're going to times that by the height, which is 5, and then we're going to divide that answer by 3. So let's do 64 divided by 5, or sorry, times 5. Sorry, 64 times 5, and then take that answer and divide it by 3, which was, I got 106.6 repeating, which is right. Yeah, so we're rounding off to 106.7. So 106.7. Okay, put these two together. So 512 plus 106.7, and we get 618.7. Again, we found volume, so that would be feet cubed. Okay. Now let's take a minute here. We're going to find the volume of this composite. So go ahead and pause it and try this one. Okay, basically it's kind of like a little stool or plug. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be, or a end table. I don't know. Anyway, pause it and let's try that one by yourself. Okay, so we've got, let's see, we've got a 6 by 1 by 9. This is 9 over here. So if I kind of take that one there and break that one off, I'm going to break mine like right there, I think. So I'm going to do a 6 by 1 by 9. There's 2 sets of those, so we're going to times that by 2. Okay, so let's do that. So 6 by 1 by 9 times 2, so that would be 108. Oh, duh, 54 times 2. Okay. Anyway, and then we'll have the little top section here. So let's see. So if the top section was 12, oh no, did I do it wrong? Let's see. I don't think they gave me enough information if I can find out what the other piece is. Nope, I'm gonna have to start over, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna split it the other way. Gonna cut it here. There we go, we're gonna do it like that. It won't work any other way. Okay, so we should have did 6 by 1 by 7, so that would be 42. And then times that by 2, so that would be 84. Okay, there we go. And then we'll do 12, and then if this is 9 here, that's 7, that means this part right through here is 2. So it'd be 6 by 12 by 2. So 6 by 12 by 2. So that would be 72 times 2, is that right? 72, yeah, by 2, yeah, that's right. Okay, that's 144. Oh yeah, 12 times 12, duh. Just did like a whole bunch of these right in a row, so I'm like brain dead right now. Okay, so 144 plus 84, so plus 84, and we get 228. Is our total volume, so 228 centimeters cubed. All right, so now we have that. Now we're going to go through and find surface area on all of these, okay? So you're going to have to kind of turn back and forth, which is why I put these on 2 separate pages there. So you'll kind of want to take your packet and kind of bend it how it's like a book or whatever, so that way you can kind of look back and forth here. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out what the actual surface area then of the figure is, okay? So we're going to kind of match up. So first we have the L shape. So how many L shapes do we have? We have 2, right? So we're going to need 2 of these. Okay? Then we have the little thin part there, which would be like, let's see, it says it's 16 by 6. So, let's see. So that would be the front, the back, and the bottom, and then the sides. So we have 4 of those. Is that right? No, we have 2 of those. I see what they're doing. Okay, they're going to split it up into 2 parts. Okay, so this would be 2 of these right here. and then there's 8 by 6. So then we'll have 1, 2. There's 1 underneath. 2 more. Okay, 4. There's 4 of those. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we got to do the length and the width. So we're going to do 16 and 8 plus, and then we'll have 8 and 8 over here. So 16 times 8, which is 128, plus 64, it's 192. And we need 2 sets of those. It's 384. Okay. All right, now we got these over here. So we've got 16 by 6s. So we're going to do 16 by 6, which is 96. I need 2 sets of those, which is 192. Okay, and then we got these over here. So we got 8 by 6s, which is 48. We got 4 groups of those. Well, 192. Okay. All right, so I've got 384, 192, and 192. Oh, wait a minute. Should I not have calculated? Oh, let's see here. Oh, that is this one. Okay, so this one is the final answer. Okay, so it's this one, and this one added together. That's what we should have. Yeah, that's what we need right there. Okay, so 384 plus 192 plus 192. We should get 768. Yep. 68, and that's going to be inches. Yeah, inches. And we're doing surface area, so that'll be inches squared. Okay. Make a big box around that one. Okay. So again, the first figure here is like the front and the back. And then you have the 16 by 6, which is like the front, or the front, like the part that we can't see, like the left-hand back side. And then like the top piece. And then the 8 by 6 is the part that we can see, the part underneath, and then the next part down, like the stepping part. You look, think of it that way. And then the bottom that we can't see. Okay, so that's where all those came in from. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and turn the page. And let's look at number 4. All right, so on this one here, again, it's like the other example, so if you need to kind of flip back and forth, that's fine. All right, so for number 4 here, we need to figure out how many squares do we see. So on that one, as we're going through, we're going to see 5, right? We're going to have the 4 sides plus the bottom, so we need 5 groups of these. Okay, so 8 times 8 is 64. And I need 5 groups of those, so 5 times 64 is 320. Okay, so that one's done. Now we're going to count how many triangles we have. We're going to count the roof part of the house. There's 4 of those. So we need 4 of those. So 1/2 the base times the height. So 1/2 of 8 times 6.4. I always like to use parentheses. That's how I was taught in school. 8 times 6.4 divided by 2, 25.6. So 4 times 25.6. That's 102.4. We're going to add those together. 422.4. 422.4. And that's going to be feet. And we're doing surface area, so squared. There we go. Put like a box around this one. There we go. Okay. All right, so we're going to somebody's here at school with me or we have ghosts. I don't know which one. Okay, we're going to find the surface area of the steps that are represented by the composite figure shown. Okay, so let's kind of draw this out. So we have a like little stepping part here. Okay, we're going to have two sets of those. Okay, and then I have, this is 2, and then we can go ahead and bring that level up. So that would be 3 by 2. Okay, so let's actually break that up a little bit here. So that would be 2 by 2. So if this is 3, that means that's 2, and that's 1, and that's 1, and that's 1. And then the long part of the top, so it would be a 3 by 2. Oh, backwards. 3 by 2. Okay, so that would take care of the bottom. Now let's think about the back. Okay, so the back side coming outward would be 2. Downward would be 2. So we're going to have a square of 2 by 2. And you can technically count the front plus the back. Okay, so let me think this through for a minute here. So if I use the bottom plus the top, I could do 2 sets of these. So 2 times these. And then if I do this for the back, that would also count as the front. So that would be 2 sets of those. And then did I miss anything else? So what can I see? I can see 1. No, that's all 6. Yeah, that would take care of all 6 sides then. Yeah, because it's a box. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so now we got to find the area of each one. So we have a 2 by 2, which is 4. I'm kind of out of room here. Let me go back over here. So we'll just call this shape 1. Okay, so we have a 2 by 2 plus a 1 by 1. And I need 2 sets of those. Then I'm going to have, all right, let's just do shapes. Let me take that part out, shapes. Okay, then I'm going to need 2 groups of 2 by 3. And then I need 2 groups of 2 by 2. Okay, let's calculate this. So 2 times 2 would be 4. 1 times 1 is 1. So 4 plus 1 would be 5. 5 times 2 would be 10. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 2 would be 12. 2 by 2 would be 4. 4 times 2 would be 8. So what do we got? 20? 30? 30 square feet? Something like that? Yep. There we go. Okay. All right, sorry, I know my thought process is kind of weird there, but it's just easier to kind of pick out. So again, this first shape over here on the left, that's like the front side and then the back side put together. And then the second shape here would be the top part and the bottom part. So I kind of took like where the step is and just kind of raised it mentally, okay? And I calculate those two. And then I have the front, the front and back, which is actually the left side and the right side pushed together, okay? So that's how I got it. So I would need 6 sides total then. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to find the volume of these, okay? So first let's start with the little box here. So we're going to do length times width times height. So that would be 13 times 6 times 8 plus, and then we have capital BH. Okay, so we're going to do 1/2. So B would represent 1/2 base times height. Okay, so 1/2, let's see. Here's my triangle. I need the length of the base. Let's see how am I going to figure this out. Oh, it's 13 right there. Okay, so 13 and times the height, which is 7. So, oh, that's not easy numbers. Let's try that. So 0.5 times 13 times 7, which is 45.5. And then how tall is the solid? So how deep is it? It is 6. We are 6 back. Okay, so that means that's 6, so times 6. Okay, let's plug that in. So 13 times 6 times 8 plus 45.5 times 6 897. And we found volume, so that's inches cubed. Okay. I gotta concentrate on these. These are hard for me to do, so. Okay, next let's do the box. So we have 4 by 6 by 4, so that's easy. So 4 by 6 by 4. Okay, then we gotta do capital BH. So here's my little piece of cake. Okay, so we'll do 1/2 the base, which would be 6, and then the height is the 2. So half of 12 would be 6. Okay, so, oh, that's easy then, okay. So plus 6, and then how thick is my cake? It is 4. There we go, 4. This 4 right here, okay, is my height. Okay, and then, so let's see, 4 times 6 times 4 plus 6 times 4, 120. And that's meters cubed. Yeah, I was say, hopefully God was supposed to find volume, or I just saw it another name. Okay, so 120 meters cubed. Okay, and that's it, guys. So unless we decide to do a unit 7, this is my last one. So thanks so much for watching. You guys have been great all year. Thanks for liking and subscribing for all of you out there in YouTube land who's not in my regular math classes. And for anybody else who's using this as a resource, thank you for using it. Share it with people you know. Thank you, and hope you guys have a great rest of the year or good summer, whatever it is, and I will see you next time. Feel free to private message me if you have any questions or you need anything. So my email is rrihn@pcsd32.com. So you can always email me here. I'll go ahead and write that on here. So it's rreen@pcsd32.com. Okay? So thanks for watching, and I really do wish you all the best of luck, and I will see you soon, hopefully, or I'll see you around. Thanks. Bye.